Witch. Witch. Witch.
Laura pressed her hand over her mouth. The voice was followed by scratching again, coming from everywhere. Hello, and welcome to Fearfull Wickedness. I am your host, the storyteller. We hope you enjoy tonight's tale. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment. Laura Martin was 20 years old, fearless on camera, and the proud creator of a popular YouTube channel, Roaming with Laura, where she documented her minimalist life living in a converted Sprinter van. With over 250,000 subscribers, Laura's channel offered serene views of national parks, van life hacks, and her trademark laugh, as bright and wild as the open road. When October rolled around, she launched a new video series, Haunted Van Life. Her goal? Spend 3 nights at 5 of the most haunted places in the Midwest. If ghosts are real, she told her viewers, we'll find them. The first 3 locations, the rusted ruins of a Michigan prison, a cursed bridge in Iowa, and a crumbling orphanage outside St. Louis. Each one delivered eerie moments, but nothing that shook Laura. At most, she caught flickering shadows and wind-blown doors. She joked about it, threw in jump scares during editing, and racked up views. Then came Devil's Hollow. She arrived late on a Thursday evening. The forest was dense and silent, the dirt road almost devoured by years of neglect. Her phone had no signal. Her backup GPS died 2 miles out. But Laura, ever determined, parked the van in a small clearing just beyond the tree line and started filming. "All right, guys," she said, panning her camera across the tall, leaning trees. "This is Devil's Hollow. Legends say witches were burned here, and that the forest never forgot. So 3 nights. Just me, the van, and whatever's out there." Night 1 started quiet. Wind rustled the canopy of trees. Crickets sang. She made tea, read spooky stories to the camera, and drifted off to sleep. Then came the knocks. 3 soft taps against the side of the van. Laura bolted upright, heart pounding. She grabbed the camera, voice trembling. "Okay, I don't know if you were able to hear that, but I just had 3 knocks on the side of my van. It's probably just a tree branch, but I'm taking you with me while I check it out." She opened the door, light in hand. The forest had grown quiet. No branches near enough to touch the van. No animals in sight. She brushed it off, went back inside, looked at the camera, and told her viewers, "Guys, that wasn't a tree. I'm not sure what just happened. I don't know if it's my mind playing tricks or someone outside, but I think we just had our first paranormal experience." She laughed nervously, acting as if it was no big deal. But after that, she didn't go back to sleep. On day 2, she filmed her surroundings, getting some B-roll footage and becoming more familiar with the area. That night, at 11:41 p.m., there were 5 knocks, harder this time. Laura sat up, filming in night vision. "Guys, I know you had to have heard that this time. That's not wind. That's not a tree branch. That's not nothing." Then came the scratching. Long, slow scrapes across the back doors, almost like claws dragging across metal. She whispered to the camera, "It's circling the van. I can hear it. I don't know what it is." She looked out the small rear window. A figure stood in the woods. Tall, crooked, face pale, eyes black as pits, mouth gaping. It didn't move, just watched. She threw herself back, screaming. "OMG, OMG," she shouted into the lens. "Did I get that on camera? Did you see that? Now I'm sure someone is out there. I just don't know if it's a local playing a prank or if it's something more. Guys, I'm going dark. I'm going to turn everything off so whatever it is out there can't track my movements inside the van. I'll check back in tomorrow morning." The next morning, Laura turned her camera on, telling her viewers that she had made it through the night, but she was getting out of there right now. I've been waiting for it to get daylight enough so I could see to pack up. As she put the camera on her dash mount and turned the key, the van didn't start. She turned the key again and again, hands shaking. Nothing. Just clicks. No power. No hint of it even trying to start. No, no, no. She yelled, pounding her fist into the steering wheel. Okay, she said into her camera, her breathing heavy. I'm stuck. I don't know if this is still a prank or it's not a prank. It's not. Something is out here with me. She began to cry. Look, I'll be honest with you guys. At first I was trying to be spooky and act more afraid than I was, hoping for a good response to this video series. Her eyes brimmed with tears. I just wanted to make videos, but I didn't sign up for this. This is something more than I ever expected. Something creepy is really happening here. I'm not just trying to get likes and views. I'm truly afraid and I don't know what to do. She sat there quietly for a few moments, then said, Okay, I can do this. I can fix the van, get it going, and be out of here in a few hours. I'm sure of it. I got this. She filmed herself trying to work on the van and get it started, but as the day wore on, she realized it wasn't going to happen. She was going to need to try and hike it out on foot, or at least try to find some higher ground to maybe get a cell signal so she could call for help. As she hiked down the old dirt road, she kept an eye out for a hillside or bluff she might be able to climb to get a signal, but nothing. As the sun began to get lower and lower, she realized she was going to have to turn back to the van. It was that or spend the night out in the open woods. As night 3 approached, she didn't try to sleep. She cried into the lens, whispering apologies to her parents and fans. I should have never come here. I should have never ventured this far. All I can do now is hope that if I can make it through tonight, my parents will contact the police to check on my location since I haven't called or texted them in the last 3 days. Outside, something moved. Heavy footsteps around the van. Then thuds, like fists slamming into the sides, growing louder, faster. The van rocked. A screech echoed just above her. Something was crawling on the roof. She screamed, locked every door twice, held her pocket knife tight in her fist. The camera captured her panic, her gasping sobs, her breaking voice. I'm not turning this camera off. If I don't get out of here, I just hope someone finds this. I want you all to know what really happened here. Then silence. Laura looking around frantic. Then came the voice. Did you guys hear that? It came from just outside the sliding door. Low, cracked, rasping.
Witch. Witch. Witch.
Laura pressed her hand over her mouth. The voice was followed by scratching again, coming from everywhere. She collapsed onto her knees, her hands pressed against her ears as she sobbed. Please, please, someone find me. The camera went black. On day 4, after no uploads, no texts, no GPS activity, Laura's parents, who hadn't heard from her since her final "I'm okay" message, called the police. When the officers reached Devil's Hollow, they found her van still parked in the clearing, a thin layer of leaves already gathering on the roof. The front doors were shut. The back was wide open. Inside was a mess. Camera gear strewn about, her sleeping bag torn, her journal open with frantic entries scrawled across the pages. It watches me sleep. It's inside with me now. I hear it whispering. The van's battery was dead. Every device had been fried, but her stationary camera was still recording. Investigators reviewed the footage. They watched Laura's last night frame by frame. At 1:17 a.m., they saw Laura collapse and beg for someone to find her. Then the camera went black, but the timestamp kept counting. It was still filming. After 32 seconds of nothing but a black screen, the camera caught something. A face slowly emerging from the shadows inside the van. No eyes. A warped mouth. Its head tilted in a twitchy, insect-like motion. Laura screamed, scrambled for the door. The video cut to static. They never found her. Search parties combed the woods for days. No tracks, no blood, no signs of wildlife. Just silence. Only the van remained. A month later, her channel posted a new video. Title: Gone, but not alone. No one knew who uploaded it. Laura's parents had no access. YouTube couldn't trace the IP. The video was 32 seconds of darkness. Then, the inside of Laura's van and 3 knocks. Laura's voice, faint, distant. "I never left. It won't let me." The video ends. Viewers flooded the comments, terrified. Some claim they hear scratching when they play the video at night. Others say if you pause at the 37-second mark, you can see her reflection in the van window, but her face is wrong. They say she's still out there, and she's not alone.